Welcome to the first yoga class of 2022. I don't even know what I'm going to do today when I have to edit videos and put 2022. For some reason, as I get older, time blows my mind more. When I was a kid, it was like, whatever, but now time just flies and blows my mind, so, which I guess is a good thing. It's easy to blow your mind. All right, so getting comfy. I'm going to use a wall for this opening meditation to just snuggle up to and do less work. So I want to start off today by doing a little group healing. So this is a theta healing, which is one of the forms of energy work that I do. This is the group healings. Essentially, you guys are going to send your energy to me, like your good vibes, unconditional love energy, and I'm going to collect them all up, and then I'm going to send them to our classmate Sandy and her cat Katie, who is getting ready to cross the Rainbow Bridge this week. So we're just going to send them some good vibes. So go ahead and close your eyes. Center your awareness in your heart. And I want you to imagine an orb kind of above your head and out in front of you. And this orb, you're going to fill with energy. So just unconditional love and good vibes and peace and any feelings that you would think would be helpful for support for a creature that is getting ready to pass over, and also that creature's loved ones. So we're just going to fill up those bubbles in front of us. Once you've got your bubble all filled up with good juju, you're just going to kind of blow on that bubble or send that bubble away with the intention of sending it to me, and I'm going to collect it. And then I'm going to send it to Sandy and Katie. May they be wrapped in love as they experience this completion and beginning. Beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. And the reason that we do it in this manner where one person collects all of the energy and then sends it is kind of for the same reason that when you go into a grocery store or any store, it can be very overwhelming. There's a lot of energy being kind of thrown at you. So it's the same thing even with positive vibes. Like if you've got 20 people sending you positive vibes, it can be a little overwhelming, especially if you're in a vulnerable place. So it's a little less intense and a little more soft if it's just all collected by one person and then sent out. So little explanation behind that. We're going to stay seated for this first bit. I'm still going to use the wall. It might be something that is helpful for you because we're going to do a little bit of neck and shoulder opening. Excuse me. If you find that you tend to be a little tight through the waistline, you can have a block or something on either side of you to bring the floor up to you, essentially. So if you are up against a wall, you're going to stay there and just slide over to the right And as you slide over to the right, think about keeping your left hip down. And if you're away from the wall, you're just going to want to put a little extra thought into making sure that you are pretending there's a wall behind you. And as we drop over to the side, if you've got that wall, pin your left shoulder back. And all of us send the left hip down. And there's a couple options of what you can do with this left hand. If you've got a lot of tension through the neck and shoulder like I do, you can try it again. Okay. All right, so like I was saying, if you've got a lot of neck and shoulder pain, you want to bring the arm either shoulder height, or if it's comfortable, it's a lot harder to bring the hand down, but you're keeping the arm pressed against the wall. Head is just completely relaxed over the side, ragdoll. Now, if you hold more tension through your waistline and through the rib cage, you're going to take that arm either straight up, pressing into a wall, or, and again, this gets harder to keep the arm against the wall, start to take it over. And if you don't have a wall, that's fine. Just keep imagining that you do have a wall. And you can do a little bit of both of these, because I know I hold tension from both of those places. So you can kind of hold in one place for a couple breaths, and then move into the other and hold it for a couple breaths, or just pick one. The important thing though is that your head is relaxed and you are soft through the right side of the body. Reaching through those left fingertips wherever you are. And you're going to use your right hand to press you back up. Rest both arms. Sit up tall and just breathe for a second. And we'll switch sides. So we slide over to the left. Again, if you need to bring the floor up to you, go ahead and do so. Either imagining you're sliding along the wall or actually sliding along the wall. Head relaxes. Right shoulder pushes back into the wall. Right hip pushes down into the floor. And then from here, you take the arm out along the wall. You're reaching through the fingertips no matter where you are in that big arc. You're reaching in the fingertips, and if you've got the wall, you're pressing the arm back into the wall. So again, neck and shoulder, you're going to have the hand either straight out shoulder height or down towards the floor. Rib cage, side body is going to be up more, either straight up towards the sky or over past the head. Feel free to oscillate between the two, anywhere in between. Really, you're just looking for the place that you find the most discomfort in. And then the left arm is gonna press you up, coming completely upright, and then really allowing gravity to take hold of the shoulders and stretch you down here. Relax your jaw and your tongue. See if you can even relax all the muscles around your eyes. So around the eye socket, in the eye socket. And let's open up into a straddle. So if you want to stay at the wall, if you've got a wall, fabulous. Always is helpful to essentially force you to sit up. Get those legs out as wide as you can. Now, if you're feeling any tension through the inner knee, you can always roll up a towel or stick a little pillow under those knees. Just a very slight knee bend is going to change that completely for you. Sitting up nice and tall, using the wall if you've got it. And let's just start for a moment upright. And dropping the shoulders down. If you've got that wall, you can really think about pressing the shoulders back so you get the shoulder blades flat on the wall, even pushing your triceps into the wall. And you're welcome to stay right here if this is your jam today. If you feel like you want to go a little deeper or a little different, you can start to tip yourself away from the wall. So if I have a wall, I like to use it like right down here in essentially where the wall meets the floor. I push right in there so I can really lengthen my low back and get deeper into my inner thighs and hamstrings. And you can kind of do that and work on keeping that flat back. And then essentially as you go forwards, you would work your hands up higher and higher. But for me, the wall, the crease is as high as my body needs me to go. The other option is to just round the spine and drop forward. So you can play with all the different variations and just see where your body is at today. And you can always change as we go. Using your arms to roll yourself up. Come out of this, you want to grab the inside of the knee, bend and drag the leg in, and then the other side. Walk those legs all the way in. If you've got a wall, you can stay there for this next pose as well. We're going to bring the left leg on the bottom in front of you, and essentially halfway between your heel and the top of your knee, right there, dead center of the shin. That's going to line up with your heart center. Flex that foot. Right foot is going to flex, and it's going to come all the way to the edge of the knee, all the way forward on the knee. So it's not pulled back here. Essentially, as you look down, you want to have your shins stacked on top of each other that are parallel to like the edge of your mat. Both feet are flexed. This protects the knees. You need support. You always can put a block between the knee and the ankle, or between the knee and the floor, whatever you need. Again, the wall is nice if you've got really tight hips, because it forces you to sit up tight, tall, tight and tall, tall and tight, I don't know. And you can rest here. Again, you've got the wall if you want to start tipping forward and keeping that spine long. Or if you want to get a little more yin with it, you can always bow the head and round the spine. Whatever works for your body today. If you folded forward, go ahead and roll up. If you tipped forwards, go ahead and bring yourself back upright. Take a second upright. Allow gravity to lengthen the shoulders down, but use your spine to get taller at the same time. Then you're just going to take that top ankle, set it down, bring the bottom on your left knee, hug the heel back towards the hip, so now the knee kind of lines up with the center of your chest. And pull that other leg on top, tying yourself up in a knot for shoelace. So with the right leg on top, a lot of times you'll find that the right hip will pop up. So if you need to pull the feet away a little bit in order to make room to work that right hip down, that's like the number one piece of this pose, is getting both sides of your booty on the ground. Again, if you've got a wall, you can use that to keep you upright. You have the option to, again, tip forwards, to round forwards. So just play with it and see where you need your stretch. Find the best stretch for your body today. This is also a great pose for, well, any pose really. It's gentle is a great place to do massage. I was just working my jaw. However, your feet are very accessible here. So I like to oftentimes just kind of fold over the edges of my knuckles here. So it's not a fist, but it's kind of a, I don't know, like for some reason, what is it called? The He-Man from the 80s just came into my mind, like the cat pose from the female character. I don't think it has anything to do with the female character, but that was like doing this came into my brain because my brain does funny things. But anyways, you can do this and just massage your feet. Be your own little cartoon hero for yourself, massaging your feet. Don't trust people who don't like their feet massaged. It's like, what? You just don't enjoy delight? Although when I was young and I was a professional dancer, I didn't want anyone to touch my feet, mainly because I was absolutely horrified by the condition of my feet. But you can really pull in that pointer finger. A massage lesson for you guys today. So you've got a nice little flat surface here at the top to work on, and then get that outer arch. So you're working right at the arch of the foot. You have that inner arch, and it's all like soft and white and really gentle. And then you get toward the outer arch. There's like a whole line of tissue in that outer arch, and you can kind of go right above it in the soft spot up towards the heel, and then just push towards the pinky toe along that line of tissue. Should be a little slice of heaven or a little slice of hell, depending on how hard you're pushing. And then you can do the same for the other side, which may be a little harder to get into because of the angle of your foot. And then slowly unwind those legs. It's totally normal to feel like you're 110 coming out of those hip openers. Take the legs out in front of you, give them a little shake. You can soft fists, slap around on the thighs, down onto the calves. Give the knees a good rub. And then we'll go to the other side. So right leg is going to be on the bottom this time. Foot flexed again. Shin is parallel to the edge of your mat. And halfway down the leg is in line with your heart. Whoa, we flex the other foot, climb it right up on top of the knee. So now we have heel on top of knee, knee on top of heel, shin on top of shin. You need support anywhere, grab a prop. You can work just on sitting up tall, which is plenty for most of us. If you want to start tipping forwards, you can keep a flat spine and use your hands on the wall or on something behind you, or you can just round over. Whatever trips your trigger today. You're folded forward or tipped forward, you're gonna roll yourself up and take a moment. Let those shoulders drop. Feel your spine lengthening you up towards the sky. And then that top foot is just gonna come down as we pull the right leg a little tighter under us so that the knee lines up with our midline. And then that left foot crawls over. The foot pulls back, so we tie ourselves up. And then working the left heel or left hip down. And all those options are still available to you. Sitting up, tipping forward, rounding forward. Oh, holy hips. This one is rough for me today. Again, beautiful opportunity wherever you are to find a tense area in the body. Give it some love. Come down into those feet. Working the outer arch of that right foot. Should be in a good position to get in there. And slowly unwinding yourself. Taking those legs out in front of you. All right, let's get into a little bit of a flow. We got a new moon happening. I'm feeling inspired to do some circular salutations. So we'll come on upright, top of the mat, feet hip width apart. Hands come to the heart center. As we inhale, we sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen from the base of the neck. Exhale, step your left foot back. Stay in this lunge here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. It's a crescent lunge. You can straighten out that right leg a little bit and then really work your pelvis and under you so that you plug your left thigh forward, lift your pubic bone up, and then rebend however much feels appropriate for your body. Good, left heel is gonna drop down and we open up into warrior two. Turn the palms up to allow those shoulders to come down a little bit more. Take a look at that right knee. Just notice if it's rolling in. Push it back out towards the pinky toe. Think about sending that left hip down.
And let the left hip push you forwards towards the right knee. You're going to straighten out your right leg, lift your right toes up, turn them towards the left side of your mat, so now your feet are parallel. We're going to inhale, lift the heart, exhale, fold forward, slide the hands down the legs, reach down the legs, and then just as you do in the lengthening of the spine at the beginning of the sun salutation, you want to do the same thing here. So you lift the sitting bones up, you send the tail back, and you reach through the base of the neck. You take those right toes and turn them in a little bit. Walk your hands over to the left side. Turn the left toes out, so they're pointing to what was the back of your mat, is now the top of your mat. Take your butt, swing it right into the midline. Pull your left hip back, send your right hip forward. Lengthen through your spine again. Then parallel that right foot, so lift it up. Bend the left knee. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, step to the top of your mat with the right foot. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow down. Bend the knees, roll on up. Good, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bowing down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the left leg back. This time, hips and feet stay parallel, but we straighten out the right leg. You need to bring the floor up to you. Grab your block. Bring the floor up. Plug your right thigh and hip back. Sink your left heel down more deeply. Spiral the left heel down. Bend the right knee and roll your spine up into warrior one. Try to reach from that left outer foot and spiral all the way up through the left fingertips. Open up to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Come back to warrior two. You're going to just turn those right toes 45 degrees so they look towards the corner of the mat. Pull the heel in on the left foot so your toes point towards the corner of the mat. And we open up into goddess pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stick your tongue out. 2 more times. Inhale. Scrunch your face up. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. We're going to spiral everything to the left. Step the left foot back. Take a deep breath in here and plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, either cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to your hands, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow down. Bend the knees, roll on up. Big shoulder roll, hands to prayer. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back. Keep the feet parallel, left knee bent, roll up, crescent. You can straighten that left leg, pull the pelvis under you, drive your right hip forward, your right thigh bone forward, and then rebend to your level of stretch. Right heel spirals down, we open up into warrior two, turn the palms up so that the shoulders drop down. Take a peek at that left knee, push it over the pinky toe. Right hip pushes down and forward. And then we straighten the left leg, pick the left toes up, spiral the toes so that we parallel the feet, fold forward. And then lengthen through your sitting bones and tailbone and out through the crown of the head. You're gonna turn those left toes in, turn the right toes out, walk around, roll on up, get long, bring the hands to the floor, lift the heel, step forward. Oh wait, what did we skip? Skip something there. Take that left foot back. Oh, we stayed with the hips this way and just fold it over. So straight leg, fold it over here. So left leg is externally rotated, right toes pointing to the top of the mat. And we lift the heel of the left foot, then the right knee, step up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Bend the knees, roll up. Exhale, down. Hands to prayer. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, right foot steps back. This time, straighten out the left leg, keeping the feet parallel and the hips parallel. Pull the left hip back, drop the right heel down. Again, if you need to bring the floor up to you, you always got that option. Spiral your right heel down, bend the left knee, roll on up into warrior two. Reach through that outer right ankle, and then all the way up through the hip and into the right fingertips. So we lengthen the whole right side body here. And you're gonna turn these left toes towards the top corner of the mat. Pull the right heel back, so now the right toes point towards the side of the mat. We drop down into goddess pose. Inhale, scrunch your face. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, straighten those legs. Windmill down, hands to the floor. Step the right foot back. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale either into cobra or upward facing dog. And then come into down dog. Take a second to play here in your down dog. You're gonna walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale through a long spine. Exhale, bow down. Bend the knees, roll on up. Big shoulder roll. Hands into prayer. Good. Okay, so I want to take a second and just do some functional mobility stuff that I've been watching online. So our body is kind of made to always be in opposition. So if the left foot is forward, the right arm is forward, but we're losing a lot of this rotation in our bodies are our ability to stay long and rotate. You'll see this a lot in yoga classes when people come into a twist and they have to round to get into the twist. We want to be able to stay long. So this is a great mobility exercise. You can do it just in the middle of your workday, stand up every once in a while and do it. So essentially, we're going to be bringing opposite elbow and knee together while standing, so it's a balance. But we don't want to be doing this. Let me do it from the side so you can see. Okay, we don't want to be coming here. We want to be staying upright, so as far as my elbow can come down while staying completely upright, I need to get that knee up to try to touch them together, okay? So I'm really rotating my whole torso. Do it this way so you can see. I'm really rotating, and I'm staying upright at the same time. So if that means that in order to get this to happen, you need to round, don't make it happen, okay? Get it as close to happening, even if it's just right here, as possible. And eventually you'll be able to work it up, okay? So start off with your feet hip width apart. Think about zipping up your core. So you had a zipper that ran from your pubic bone all the way up to your throat. Zip that up. So we lift everything up. Shoulders are dropped. We're going to shift our weight into our right foot. Lift that left knee up as high as we can. And then right rib cage is going to come up and over. And we're going to try to touch the knee and the elbow together without rounding. Okay, so staying nice and tight. Good, come back down. Switch. And as you go back and forth between the two, as your body gets used to the movement, it is going to open up. Really push into your standing leg. Fire that glute. Seems like a very simple movement, but it's making me sweat. Do one more on each side. Good, and then we're going to come down for Shavasana. I'm going to turn the fan on. Once you're down on your back, we might as well throw in a happy baby. Now hug the knees into your chest first. Give yourself a hug and a little rock side to side. Grab hold of your feet and imagine that your feet are planted on the ceiling or you're holding something up that needs to be completely flat. So my ankles are on top of my knees. My feet are back here or back here. Everything is stacked and my feet are flat to the ceiling. You can grab the outside edges of your feet. Knees are moving down into your underarms. You can give yourself another little rock and roll here if you'd like. Release in your feet. Bring the feet down on the floor. And then lengthen them down. Relax your arms next to your body. Take a couple big sighing exhales. As you do so, just imagine every cell of your body surrendering to gravity. And deepening your breath. Once again, using those long, sighing exhales to let go of any mental tension or emotional tension that's in the body. Just imagine as you exhale that it is pushed from your body and it just melts down into the floor, into Mother Earth. And slowly bending one knee, then the other. Roll over onto your side. Slowly press yourself up to seated. Get comfy again. And we are gonna send out some energy to anybody in our lives that we wish to. So we're gonna use that same sphere idea, and you're just gonna fill that up with whatever feelings of love or whatever it is that you want to fill it up with. And then we'll each individually just kind of send it off like a little bubble of joy to whoever it needs to go to, and just imagine it coming to them and entering into their body. So start off, just bring that orb in front of you. And we just start to fill up the orb with unconditional love and whatever else we want to place in there. And then go ahead and send that bubble off to the person. And then we'll do a quick one for ourselves. These blessing balls are amazing ways to manifest things. So once again, have a sphere of energy up in front of you, and I just want you to fill it full of everything that you are calling into your life right now in the highest and best way. What is it that you want for your life at this moment? And you're going to take that sphere of energy, all of that manifestation, and then just bring it into your heart center. So just imagine it moving towards you and then moving into your heart center. And as all that energy comes into your heart center, it's almost like fireworks go off and it shoots right up through the center channel of your body and out the top of your head. And all of this energy goes out to the top of your head, and it reaches out to all the people and helpers and situations that are going to bring these things to you in the highest and best way. And you can just watch those little fireworks, little embers of creation landing in all these different places with all these different helpers. I'm just trusting that everything you need is already on its way to you. Thank you guys so much for moving and grooving with me today. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you guys next week. Namaste.